Today I would like to teach you how to crochet the blooming shell stitch. It is such a gorgeous stitch. It allows you to add more and more crochet stitches into the same area, which looks like that the shell is expanding and therefore blooming. So let me show you how to do this stitch. Here we go. In order to crochet the stitch, I'm using the yarn called Gloss. It's a DK weight in the color Robot. I'm also using a G hook, but you can use any hook size that you wish for whatever project that works for you. Just make sure you stay within the gauge. So let's get started. First, you're going to crochet a chain with a multiple of 8 plus 6. So I have 16 plus 6, and we're going to start with a double crochet in the 10th chain from the hook. So you're going to place a double crochet right into that stitch or that chain. Now you're going to make a chain of 1 and then place another double crochet in the same stitch. Now you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you're going to skip 3 chains down here, 1, 2, 3, and then place another double crochet right here. Now chain 2, and now we're going to repeat what we just did over here. You're going to skip 3 stitches and then place a double crochet, a chain of 1, and a double crochet. Now chain 2 and skip 3 stitches and then place 1 double crochet right here at the end. So this is how it's going to look like. You're going to have a repetition of these 2 over and over again if you make a longer chain. So now that we finished row 1, we're going to turn. We're going to place a alternative turning chain. You can always also make a chain of 2 or 3 depending on whether you're going to count the stitch. I like doing the alternative turning chain because I'm counting that as a stitch. Now I'm going to place 2 chains, and then we go right into this chain space right here, and we're going to place 3 double crochets right into it. And after that you're going to place 2 chains again. And right on top of the double crochet, you're going to make a double crochet. Now you're going to repeat that. And at the very end, you're going to have chains again, 2 chains and a double crochet right into this chain right here, which I'm going to show you. So let's repeat this first, which is really easy. Chain of 2, going into the chain space and making 3 double crochets. Chain of 2, and now you kind of have to look. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to count right here, okay? So that means you're counting 3 stitches that you're skipping. That is the double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then right in here you're going to place into that chain the next one, which is the 4th one. You're going to place a double crochet. For row number 3, we're going to do again an alternative turning chain, which is a stacked single crochet. So if you need more information about that, check out the link in the description. I have a link right there that talks more about this. Then we're going right into the center double crochet right here of the 3 that we made in the previous row. So we're going to place 5 double crochets into the same stitch. So this is how you can see that the shell is expanding now, but we're keeping all the stitch counts the same. Now chain of 1, and again a double crochet right on top of that double crochet. Now you're going to repeat that, and at the very end, after you did your 5 double crochets, make a chain of 1 and a double crochet on top of the alternative turning chain. And I'll see you back here after that. Once you finished row 3, this is how it's going to look like. You can see now how the shell is expanding. So let's turn it and we do one more of these rows, and then we're going to shift the entire process over. So let me show you. So again, the alternative turning chain as we done before. And now we're not going to do a chain of 1. We're going into the center double crochet right here of the 5, and we're going to place 7 double crochets right into it. You pretty much have no chains in this specific row, only double crochets. Once you have your 7 double crochets, no chain is made after that, and then we're going to place a double crochet right on top of that center double crochet that we have that separates the shelves. Now again, you're going to do your 7 double crochets in the center, and then 1 more double crochet here on top of the alternative turning chain. And then we're going to go and shift the rows. So let me show you how to do that in a moment. So now that we have the first 4 rows done, we're going to do a little shift. So we're shifting the entire process half a pattern over pretty much. So now that this double crochet right here will be on top of here, and the shell will be in the middle. So let me show you what that actually means now. So you're going to start again with the alternative turning chain like so, and then we're going to place another double crochet right here. Remember, the alternative turning chain counts as a double crochet. So we have that here. So there's 2 stitches right here. So now we're going to chain 1 and 2. So we're doing now this part down here, right? Just shifted over. So the very first row is now shifted. So that means after we did our 2 chains, like we did down here, right? We're doing our 1 double crochet. And that is right in that middle, right? So that means 4 stitches over. 1, 2, 3, and here's number 4. Now chain of 2. Right on top of this double crochet, we're going to place a double crochet, a chain of 1, and a double crochet. So you see now how that shifted over. It's from here over here now. So now you're going to repeat that. That means chain of 2, and right on top of this shell, you're going to place your double crochet. Now chain of 2. And we're going to repeat what we did here all the way in the beginning, which means we're going to have right here on top of that alternative turning chain, we're going to have 2 double crochets. There we go. We did row number 5. So let's go right into row number 6. So row number 6 means we're going to do again an alternative turning chain, like so. In the same stitch, place a double crochet, like so. Okay, so now we're going to place a double crochet on top of the double crochet, just like we did before. So we're repeating this process right here, just shift it over. So again, a chain of 2. So you can see now how the pattern is repeating itself, just a little bit shifted though. So now we're going to do 3 double crochets right into that center, just like we've done before, like so. So you can see that is the 3 double crochets down here, and now it's shifted over. Again, chain of 2, and place your double crochet right on top of that double crochet you already made in the previous row. Chain of 2, and finish it up with 2 double crochets in the very last stitch. Now let's turn and do the next row, which you can see here has 5 double crochets. So let's do that. On the side here, you're going to place an alternative turning chain, as you always do at the beginning, and you're going to place 2 more double crochets into that same stitch, like so. Now you have 3 over here, and you need to remove 1 of the chains. Okay, so a chain of 1 instead of 2, and place a double crochet on top of that double crochet. Chain of 1, and over here we're going to place 5 double crochets right on top. Okay, so now that we did the 5, we're going to repeat what we just did. Chain of 1, 1 double crochet right on top here, 1 chain, and we're going to finish it up the same way as we started. So that means 3 double crochets right here at the very last stitch, all in the same stitch. Now we have 1 more row to make, so let's do that together. So in the very first stitch, you have in total 4 double crochets, but one of them is the alternative turning chain. So that means alternative turning chain, and then 3 more double crochets, all in the same stitch. Now, no chains at all in this row, just like we did in this row where we had the 7 double crochets. That means right here, we're now placing 1 double crochet. And again, now we're doing the 7 double crochets all on top of that center double crochet. Now again, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet. And we'll finish it up with 4 double crochets right here at the very end. So now you're finished your little swatch on how to make this blooming shell stitch. So what you're going to have to do now to repeat the 8 rows that we just did is simply start back over here. Okay, so you're simply going to make a double crochet, chain of 2, and then you make the small shell and so forth. And then you're going to simply repeat the entire process. So that means one pattern that you can see right here, one stitch pattern is 8 stitches across and 8 rows over. Okay, so it's 8 stitches times 8 rows, and that is what you're going to repeat in order to create a huge pattern, a blanket, a cardigan, a top, or whatever you like to make with it, even a shawl or a scarf. This is a gorgeous stitch, absolutely stunning, and I would love for you to try it out. So let me know how you like the blooming shell stitch. I would love to see it, and be sure to check out my website. It will likely have a pattern that you want to use the stitch for. So check the link in the description and you will see the written pattern for this stitch, as well as more information and more free crochet patterns. And you can also learn something about my membership, where I teach stitches, tutorials, tips and tricks, as well as an entire vault of PDF patterns all from me. So go check that out. I hope you loved this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell the next time I publish a new video. I hope to see you then. Bye!